Hello and welcome back to Stuart Thomas Media, and another episode of Stu's Reviews. Guys, before we begin, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really helps me and it helps you see more Stu's Reviews. Now, moving on, today we're going to take a look at this, the Heng mini drone. This tiny drone has a 0.3 megapixel camera. It has a 6.3 by 6.3 centimeter dimension and can fold up to the size of a matchbox. Now hold on just a second. This isn't the only thing this comes with. Now it can be controlled through the phone, but this is the controller that came with it. And it's a watch. This retro-futuristic monstrosity is capable of controlling the drone alongside your phone and has been designed by a madman to be worn on your wrist. Now I'm trying to put the watch on as we speak, and I'm actually finding this rather difficult. I am left-handed, so I do wear my watches on the right-hand side. So this probably doesn't help too much, but there we are, that's on. And it would appear like this is possibly the biggest thing in the world. It's definitely not something you could wear on a dinner date, but let's see how it is when it's on properly. So now that the watch is on, you can hardly tell I'm wearing it. Okay, maybe you can tell just a little bit. But that's because it is the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it has all of the buttons to control the drone. I mean, just look at it. It is ridiculous. The amount of buttons on here. I mean, there's these, there's this thing, there's that. I mean, there's buttons on here, under here. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And there's a little twizzle thing on the top as well. Literally, I have no idea what that does. So I'm only going to use this, which is up and down, and moving around. Mental. Now, let's talk about the design of this. The drone itself is designed very nicely. Obviously, it has the foldable propellers, which are nice, and it folds down to a very, very, very small little package that's quite neat, and you can fit it in your bag, and there we are. As for this, I can understand what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make something slightly different, which they've certainly managed to do. But is it a good design? Definitely not. Now, as with all things like this, the functionality is the most important thing. Because does it work? Now, to test this, before I start controlling it with the phone, I'm going to try and control it through this thing on my wrist. So let's get it set up. Now everything is on. You can see that the watch is connected to that, I think, and this is as well. And if you see I pick the drone up here, you can see it moving around slowly. No, yeah, there we are, slowly. But it is in fact showing me an FPV view of what's going on. Now, if I do this, it should fly. I'm doing this in here first because I've lost every single drone that I've ever tried to review. So I'm going to try and fly this inside and see how that goes. Now apparently if I just do this, well, that didn't work. Let me get it and try it. Okay, time for test number 2. Oh, hello. Oh, it's working. Well, it's working. And I can actually see what's going on here. I quite like this. Let's go a little bit higher. How do you go higher? Oh, way up. It's quite difficult to find a decent hover. And it's also it's also very difficult to get the height right. What is going on here? It's gone down there somewhere. We'll try and bring it back over here. So apparently getting it to hover is quite difficult. What happens if I do this? Well, that stopped it. Well, it works. It's a bit weird, but it works. Where's it gone now? Can I bring it back up here? Oh, yes, I can. Way up! Slow down. Oh, God. The propellers come off. Give me just one moment. Now, it also lets me record video directly through this, what I'm seeing. So I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to take it now for a spin, make sure all propellers are on properly. There we are, and... Come up, there you go. Oh, slow down. Oi. I'm going to try and bring it back now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Slow down. Come on. Well, I've landed it. I haven't killed it. It's under the desk at the moment. Can I bring it back out is the question. No, I can't bring it back out. It's gone. And hopefully you were just able to see what was going on. First person. How much does it come to? Well, it comes to around £30, which equates to about $40. And I'll talk more about that in the conclusion in just a second. But remember, I will leave a link below in the description where you can check it out for yourselves. Do I think it's a good drone? Well, actually, you know, for the price, £30 to £40, it's a tiny foldable drone that folds up to the size of a matchstick. And you can control it through your phone. So you just chuck it in your bag, and when you want to use it, throw it out, and it's a good little piece of kit. It's not got the best video in the world, it's not got the best photo in the world, but it's a bit of fun. And I can imagine it might help with certain things like seeing over hedges or people's fences or something like that. But do you know what? It's a neat little gift, and I think it's ideal if you just want to spend a bit of money on something that's a bit of fun. As for this monstrosity, do you know what? I actually quite like it. It is an absolute monstrosity, and there's no other way of saying what it is. It's horrible, it's clunky, it's massive, it's weighty, and it's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever worn in my life. But it is kind of futuristic. Well, it's a bit retro-futuristic. It reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of the Jetsons or other things like Inspector Gadget. But it's a bit of fun, and I think if you want to buy something that's a good laugh, this is definitely it. It's a good piece of kit that's quite fun to use over a weekend or two. I wouldn't say it's a serious piece of kit, but for something that looks like this, it's a laugh, and it's good fun, and I can imagine kids would love this. I would have loved it if I'd have been a kid, and I still loved it, even though I'm not a kid. And that concludes my review of the Heng foldable drone. Guys, if you like the review, don't forget to head down to that like button, hit subscribe, and share if you're feeling nice. And remember, I'll leave the links where you can find it yourself in the description below. And I'll see you back on Stuart Thomas Media for another episode of Stu's Reviews soon. It's a bit of a weird name actually, Heng.